it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. We talk fake friends, side dudes, heartbreak too. Baby mamas, baby daddies, nothing off the menu. She ain't scared to speak it. Now she built for the flame. Say your name without say your name. If it's smoke, it's the same. Energy loud, tea stay hot. Truth hit different when it land on the spot. So fix your face, don't flinch, don't scam. It's the queen of real talk, yeah, that's Am. Let's keep it real with Am. Let's go, real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go, real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice.
Hey y'all, hey Terry, thank you for that disclaimer. Hey Lolita, what's up, girl? Y'all, so we're gonna make this month is gonna be Naziah Harris month. Because y'all know marks, I think it's been 2 years as of January the 9th approach. It'll be 2 years since she went missing, right? Y'all do know that the trial will start next month on the 23rd, right? So I want to go ahead and get into what I plan to do, because I do plan to revisit this case, the preliminary hearing, and everybody's that took that went on stand during the preliminary hearing. So wait, hold on, y'all. So they did offer Jarvis a plea deal, right? Which I don't see why they should offer this man that constantly hurt little girls a plea deal. But they did. They offered him a plea deal, and his defense team turned it down. But they are still willing to negotiate, right? So I really don't know how this trial is going to go. I don't know if Jarvis going to tell on people. You know, I don't know. To me, I would be like, well, tell us where her body is. That's the only way that I will actually negotiate anything with this pedophile. If he can tell us where her body is so that she can have the proper funeral that she deserves, right? But they're negotiating with him. Hey, Miss Love, Happy New Year. They're negotiating with him. And I'm just wondering, will he tell on anybody? Will he start running his mouth? They probably did it because they want to know what happened to Naziah. Yeah, I can see that. But let me tell y'all something. She said, yeah. She gonna bring it on? Okay. Yeah, girl, it's finna go to trial, Miss Love. Lolita, we thinking the same. What was I about to say? Because y'all know I can't remember nothing. I can't remember nothing. Okay, so yeah, they going to trial on February the 23rd. Is expected to last about 3 to 4 weeks long. They will do a pre-trial on January the 23rd. So we have that to look forward to, and then we have the trial to look forward to. Hey, Spicy. But yeah, let's break down what Tootie was saying on her live. I don't know if you all watched it, but let's look at what she was saying, because she had some type of paper she was reading. That's probably part of the plea deal that he has to tell them. Hey, Danny. He has to tell them how he unalived her. Yes, that's what I want to know. Oh, usually that's what I was about to say. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Love. Usually, whenever you deny a plea deal, they usually suck it to you. So I really want to see what he finna get, because he denied the plea deal. He didn't want it, but he is still negotiating. Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. I hope that's what we were just saying. But let's see, because Tootie did a live on it.
Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the squad, man. I love y'all. It's a new year. It's a new us. You feel me? And guess what? We finna get some justice. It's the year, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, all of us will be getting justice for Naziah. I know that as this case has dropped and played off, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us has adopted Naziah as our little niece, our little cousin, our little something. You know what I mean? And this is the year where I'm hoping and praying that she get complete vindication for everybody that's involved.
Shout out to Tootie because she been doing a damn thing with this case. She has showed up and showed out.
I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? So I know it was a person that was in the comments earlier and they were asking us when the trial and all of that was. We're going to get into all of that right now, okay? Let's get into it. This is only like a 10-pager transcript, but it's going to give you guys a profound understanding of what's going on when it comes down to updates, when it come down to him. I told you that I was going to always make sure that I presented you guys with the updates, and we're going to be doing that as well. Like, I'm honestly speaking, and we will make sure that we will be there every step of the way when it comes down to this trial. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So let's get into it. So this was 9:42, December 5th, 2025. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, everyone. We're calling case. Not gonna put all of them numbers. You can be able to see it. These are all in the matters of People versus Jarvis Butts. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases that they're talking about right now. These are all the matters of the People versus Jarvis Butts. He's here today for pre-trials on 5 of those 6 cases and a calendar conference on most recently filed case. The case ending 6-4-6-1. Okay. Can I have appearances? Can we start with the prosecutor, please? So they say, good morning, Your Honor, and we all know have come very familiar with Tina Ripley. And good morning, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? And that is Matthew, make peace on behalf of the people. Now, it's saying that Jarvis Butts, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. It said, hold on behalf of Jarvis Butts, Mr. Butts, please state your name. He gets up with the mask on probably and said Jarvis Butts. All right. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So we're here today for effectively pre-trial dates on all 6 matters. Attorneys, I know that we got a trial date that's approaching. Who wants to take the lead and give the court an update on where you all are at? So he said, Judge, at this point, we are proceeding to trial. We have extended an offer, which I would like to place on the record at this time after discussing it with Ms. Quick before going on the record. That offer is as follows. And I can break it down by case number, but I'll just place it in kind of the bottom line of the record right now. All right. On the homicide case, the defendant will plead guilty to murder in the 2nd degree. On the homicide case, the defendant will plead guilty to murder in the 2nd degree. There will be a sentence agreement of 40 to 80 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections, and all other counts will be dismissed at sentencing. And then on each of the CSC cases, I will note though, while I don't anticipate it to be any different, this offer does not include the most recent case ending in 6-4-6-1. Okay. Now, I want to say this right here. I think the most recent case will be the case when it has to be in regards to his daughter, Janiah. You know what I'm saying? Now, from the way that I'm understanding this, and I'm going to get to this at the end, the only homicide case will be the Naziah case. Am I tripping? Because it seems like in these transcripts that there is a plea agreement on the table. On the homicide case, the defendant will plead guilty to murder in the 2nd degree.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
So it seems like that he is admitting guilt when it comes down to Naziah. The fuck? Now hold on. Let me before I get excited. There will be pleas on each of these cases, excluding that one too. In total, 3 counts of CSC. So he's basically pleading to criminal sexual contact in the 2nd degree and on 1 count of CSC in the 3rd degree. All other charges would be dismissed. That would be 1 count of each of those 4 cases. The sentence agreement on that would be 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections to run.
So, okay, so the plea deal was offered to 40 to 80 years. He did deny that. It's quite sickening. Not only did he mess with a 13-year-old and get her pregnant, however, this man seems to mess with all his daughters, and it's sad, including Janiah, who was 8 years old. Like, this shit is sad. That, like, this man don't need to see the day to light, no plea deal, no nothing. Just lock him up, give him the death penalty. But I don't even think Michigan offer that.
Run concurrent or at the same time as the homicide sentence. All of the counts will be dismissed. The defendant will have to comply with the Sex Offender Registry Act, including lifetime electronic monitoring on the CSC 2 counts, pay any costs, any fines, have no contact with each of the victims, and any other terms and conditions set by the court. Okay, very good, counsel. Was that just relayed to you today? No, we've been in receipt of that. Okay, very good. And what is your client's position? At this time, we're going to continue towards trial and also continue negotiations. Okay, very good. All right. As far as scheduling goes, again, we have our trial date, and let me just pull that up. I believe it is late February, and that is February 23rd. Okay. Yes. And again, what's our best estimate on length of the trial? I know that you had previously talked about 4 weeks. So they were saying that trial should last about a total of a month. Are we thinking that's a good estimate or maybe a little bit less? Yes, Judge, 3.5 to 4 weeks in total. Okay. All right. And everyone is good with that date at this point, correct? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, very good. So I think it makes sense to schedule one final pretrial date before our trial, in the event of potential resolutions of these cases. Thinking, at least 3 to 4 weeks before the trial date. Is that fair? I think so, Judge. Yes. All right. So what it seems like right now is they want to reconvene again at least a month before the actual trial date. Being that the trial date is on February 23rd, they're probably going to do a case or probably a reconvenience when it comes down to talking about everything that's supposed to be associated with that trial, probably around January 22nd, 23rd, 24th, if they want to do it 4 weeks before the actual trial date. So if y'all have your calendars handy, why don't you get into our next date? It will be a final pretrial date. Mr. Makepeace or Mrs. Ripley, are you putting an expiration date on the offer that was extended? Now, it looks like they extended an offer to Jarvis to plead guilty to 2nd-degree murder, and it looks like that he is actually considering that. And they're asking, is you going to put an expiration date on that offer? Like, is he got to X amount of time to take this offer? Judge, given that we are still in discussions, not at the time and in anticipation of adding that last case, that was just a bound over to that offer. So no, not at this time. Okay. Would you like to come back for a final pretrial? January 23rd, it's Friday. On behalf of the defense, Mr. Riggins and I will both be in separate trials. But if we did it around noon, we could do it during a break, I'm sure. Okay, so you think you would be in trial on Friday? There's a good chance, yes, and go ahead. I'm also in trial, but I think a noon break would be good. We can conceivably put you a week and go to that Friday, January 30th date is a date that is pretty wide open currently on my docket. Does that such and such. I think if we put it on January 23rd and just make it work with our schedules, I'll also be in trial, but on lunch break, just because I don't want to go too close to the trial given. If possibly there's a resolution on that date, we will have to start. We will want to know sooner rather than later. So what it looks like is what they're saying is pretty much they want to know if he's going to actually take this plea by January 23rd. And then I'm pretty sure if they do take the plea, then we might not have a trial. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So that's what I'm getting. If we got any sleuths that's in the comment section, I don't know if Tone in here, any law people, let me know if I'm saying this right. You feel me? It says, understood. How many potential witnesses are we anticipating for trial? What's your best estimate? Judge, I believe we did file a witness list previously. I think there was upwards of 80. I do not understand how 4 weeks would go through 80 witnesses. I don't, but we're going to see.
I'm telling
the court, 80 from the defense at this point. Maybe 3. Okay, all right. Is it maybe 3 or 83? That was maybe 3, correct? Just trying to one up you. Okay, all right. Very good. All right. We can keep that January 23rd date then. I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to put it in the system at 10:30. I know that you all will be communicating with each other. If you're in trial, you're going to come on lunch break. Just make sure that you're communicating that to each other as well as the court. Okay. All right. Was there anything additional for today's purposes that needed to be addressed from the people? Not from the people, Judge. Thank you. Ms. Quick, not from the defense. Thank you. All right. We'll see you all around January 23rd. Great holiday.
All right. So that's what's going on with the case. He did not take the plea deal. But he is up for negotiations. And the ones that just came in, hey, Penny J, the ones that just came in, the plea deal was 40 to 80 years. He denied it. So this, I don't know how this going to go. I just hope like hell. I just hope that he tells where Naziah's body is. Okay? That's what I hope. Thank you, Penny J, for my first super chat. I appreciate it, boo. So let's look back at the preliminary hearing. Let's look back at those text messages that was we're gonna listen to these text messages, y'all, because these text messages was horrible. We're just gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look back at the case. This is Naziah Harris month. This is the preliminary hearing.
You up with some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. He replies, yeah. Naziah sends, my period haven't came at all. She sends, hello, you there? With some question marks. Jarvis replies to Naziah, what you mean? Naziah says, it have not came.
Hey, Peaches, so they got him there. They offered him a plea deal for 40 to 80 years. He denied it. And you know, his daughter Janiyah, I don't know if y'all know, but he did molest her. Did they say 15 years for that? And then I think it's like 3 other girls and Naziah Harris. It's like 4 or 5 girls. And so I think it's like 15 years each child, but they want him to get 2nd-degree murder for Naziah. So I'm not sure what all the charges is, but he got a lot. I don't think that even if he was to take the plea deal, he still wouldn't see the day of light at all. But y'all help me out, because y'all know I can't remember everything. Y'all help me out. What else did they say? Because I can't remember. It's so sad. Oh yeah, but y'all, Naziah was pregnant at the time, and they're not charging him for the unborn child, is what I gathered as well, which I don't think is right. But for like 4 girls who he molested, which was his kinfolks, they are talking about 15 years apiece for that. Then the attempted murder and the sexual molestation of Naziah as well. So it's pretty up there. Not yet, but I do believe that he will get the talking. I do believe that Jarvis will get the talking when it's time to go to trial. I think that he will begin to talk. They said that monster will die in prison and be buried in the prison graveyard. Yep. He sure is. Oh, I said that. Well, I agree with you. Because he's not, if they giving him 10 to 15, I mean, if they giving him 15 years, seems like they're giving him 15 years per child. You won't get out. He's already 40 something. You won't get out. His plea deal was 40 to 80. Hold on, y'all. Was 40 to 80 years, and he denied that. So usually when you deny, they usually sock it to you. But let's get back into this. Wait a minute, hold up.
Jarvis replies to her, since when? Naziah then sends at 14:38, 42 seconds, since I was in the hospital. The next message is, that was last month. I'm scared. I don't know, IDK, what to do. I have to go to the doctor's TM for tomorrow. And Jarvis replies to Naziah and says, you said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative. She replies, it did. And Jarvis then replies, so go get another one. Naziah tells him on a text, I can't, I have no money. After that, she says, you go get one. Says, you ain't scared to get a plan B, get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom. She says, PLS for please. She then replies, will you do it, with some question marks. She sends hello with a bunch of question marks. Jarvis replies to her with okay.
Okay, and moving on to the searches, what dates do those searches encompass?
December 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2023.
Okay, and it's fair to say that those are the entirety of all of the searches from those days.
It is not all of them.
Okay,
No.
those are just select ones from the Google return.
Yes.
All right, starting with December 9th, tell me which ones that we have in that exhibit.
Yeah, so this search was December 9th, 2023 at 3:32 UTC time. So you would actually have to subtract 5 hours, which would make it the night of December 8th. And the site is what's visited. It's Drink Me and Abort Your Baby, the Herbal Abortion Tea by Maya. There is a site that's visited on December, it says here December 10th, 2023. And the site visited is Planned Parent. Naziah sends, Bay, you up? With some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. He replies, yeah. Naziah sends, my period haven't came at all. She sends, hello, you there? With some question marks. Jarvis replies to Naziah, what you mean?
The court judge.
Naziah sends, Bay, you up? Still September 27th, 1:59 UTC. A message is sent to Mr. Bus that says, okay, that is what I planned to do. Another message is immediately following that at 2:01 to Mr. Butts. You turn me on just looking at you, and then there's a bunch of letters, which possibly it's maybe an image that was sent that doesn't capture on the messages. 2:02 a.m. Naziah sends another message to Jarvis. What time to be in the basement? 2:03 a.m. He replies and sends her a message that says, go change your clothes and take your panties off. Naziah replies to Mr. Butts and says the letter K at 2:10 a.m. So 7 minutes later, a message is sent from Naziah to Jarvis's phone. I hear you. What you looking at? Jarvis replies back immediately to her saying the letter U at 2:13 a.m. UTC, still on September 27th. Naziah sends Jarvis a message that says, I know, I'm finna sleep good. There's another message directly after that has a bunch of symbols, so I'm not sure if it was a one of those little emojis. 2:14 a.m. She sends to him, what about you? The next message she sends to him immediately after, sometimes I be wanting to live with you. 2:16 a.m. She sends to him, you know what I mean. 2:18 a.m. She sends, what time I'm ready. 2:23 a.m. She sends to Mr. Butts' phone number, we not doing it or what? 2:23 a.m. Naziah sends to Mr. Butts, I really want you. This is still on the same day, September 27th, 2022. This is now 2:23 a.m. UTC time. Mr. Butts replies to Naziah, yes. 2:24 a.m. Naziah sends, pull your car down the street and come back. I'll be waiting. 2:25 a.m. Jarvis's phone replies back to her, come ride with me and Nye, N-I-Y. 2:25 a.m. She replies, did they say I can come? At 2:30 UTC, she sends him a message that says, I'm sorry, but love you. 2:30 UTC, he immediately replies back, come on. 2:31, Naziah replies, I can't, I'm going to get in trouble. The next message is at 2:35. She sends, when you come back, drop Nye off, pull your car down the street, and I'll come in the base. I'll be waiting. Then immediately after that, she sends, basement, please.
I love you, Amelia, and your
Jarvis
party.
replies,
So much
okay.
fun. I wish I could have been there, girl.
At 2:40, Jarvis replies, you in the basement yet?
I was on mute because my phone had rung, and then like I had got off the phone, and then I was talking to y'all. Now y'all didn't even hear me, but I said those messages between that sick bastard telling that girl take her panties off. What he told her, take her panties off, change her clothes. Oh, my thing finna die. My bad. This my mic is finna die. Let me cut it off. That was just so nasty to say. And thank you, Candy, for being a member for 16 months. But that was just so nasty. Ugh. 42 years old at the time. Naziah Harris was 13, and you said that to that girl in the basement. I don't see how any of this went on with all those adults in the house, and she was able to sneak and have sex with this grown man and get pregnant. How is that possible with all these adults? You could tell they wasn't paying none of those kids any attention because all those kids got molested under their watch.
Immediately after that, Naziah replies back, yeah. Now we are the next day being, it's now September 28th, 2:28 a.m. UTC. She sends Jarvis a message that says, "Are we doing it tonight? I'm ready, fresh out the shower." The next message is a reply from him to her. Well, this is September 30th now at 1:25 a.m. UTC. He replies, "Yo." September 30th, 2:59. She replies, "You coming over?" She then sends another message directly after that, "Don't have school." At 3:07, a reply is received to Naziah from Jarvis saying, "Yep." She then replies, "Okay, we'll be waiting." At
Lord,
3:17
hold on.
a.m., he sends another message.
When I say, I literally blame everybody around Naziah, her daddy, her mama, her grandmama, her aunties. Everybody let this happen to her and Janiah. Any of the kids, they failed them. Ain't nowhere in the world we gonna be sharing text. He gonna be texting my granddaughter, my niece, my daughter, 42 years old. Like, this is crazy. Nobody was checking her messages. Come on now. Just did not give a damn. They failed those kids, all of them, every last one of them. And yes, thank you, Amelia, for being a member for 10 months, girl.
Or I'm sorry, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "Text me when you get here."
Exactly.
At 3:21 a.m., this is still September 30th date. Jarvis replies and sends a message to her saying, "Outside." Now we have skipped to September 30th, but it is now on here at 23:13 hours UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis saying, "Hey boo, you coming over?" The next message is now October 1st, 2022, 1:51 UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis asking, "You coming?"
And are there any other messages to Jarvis after that? Mr. Buttstone?
No.
Okay. And now, do those indicate whether or not they were deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And how many of those were deleted? Or how many of them were not deleted? That's a better question.
Looks like all of them were deleted except for the one where she was, at the very beginning, she had actually texted somebody else, which I believe might have been Shannon's phone at the time, saying, "Baldhead Janiah, come here." But all the messages between the 8719, which is Jarvis's number, are marked on here as deleted except, let's see. On September 30th, the "Hey boo, you coming over?" And the "You coming" text, those ones were not deleted and still show up here.
Okay, so those last two.
Yes.
Now, going through people's Exhibit 16 messages, as it relates to the 231-743-3137. Oh, I'm sorry, before that, without telling us Naziah's actual birthday, in September 24th, 2022, what age had Naziah just turned?
In 22,
Yes.
she would have just turned 12.
Now, do you have a set of these the messages from the?
Oh, I said Amelia. My bad, Lolita.
Now I want to go through those. And there are sections that are highlighted, and I want to follow along. What is the first message that is sent?
It is sent on March 4th, 2023 at 23:35 UTC. It's sent to Jarvis's 8719 number, and it says, "It's me, Naziah."
Okay, and just for clarification purposes, all the messages within this exhibit are sent to Jarvis's 8719 number.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to jump to March 16th of 2023. There's a highlighted message there. Can you read that one?
Yeah. So just before that, the UTC time on here, just so I'm not having the math throughout, from March 10th to November 3rd, it would be -4 hours. So any date that falls within those days would be -4. Any dates outside of those ranges would be -5 hours.
You said that's
But I'm
March-
going to read it off of here with the time is stamped and date.
Okay, you said that's March 10th through November
3rd,
Okay, that's -4 UTC.
-4, yes.
Okay.
Still September 27th, 1:59 UTC. Immediately after that, so December 10th at 9:32 p.m. UTC, the abortion pill. Get the facts about medication abortion. There is a search that was conducted before that.
So this is him trying to give her the abortion pill, but they didn't do the abortion pill, did they? I thought he gave her something else.
And that site
Because I heard that he gave her something that killed, that, unalived her, but I don't know how true it is.
is plannedparenthood.org /blog/can I use herbs to have an abortion at home? Can I use herbs to have an abortion at home? Planned Parenthood.
The next one?
And that site it's ANSIRH.org, research, over-the-counter medication abortion, and that's from that same place before, ANSIRH. Planned Parenthood, abortion, the abortion pill, how do I have an abortion using only misoprostol, misoprostol. The next search, Planned Parenthood, learn abortion, the abortion pill. So it's like the same, back and forth to the same site. Specifically is searched is,
Abortion and a free.
can I drink red antifreeze?
And there you go.
Again, that same item is searched again right after the same time, 11:43 on December 11th, 2023.
Mm, 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 mm. When I say everybody, when I say everybody on this case, when I say CPS, when I say her family, when I say the school, when I say the law, everybody failed these kids when it comes to Jarvis. Nobody helped them. Nobody. Everybody failed them. Everybody. Thank you, Candy. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all help me reach my goal. It's only $1.99. $1.99. Blue sticker, $1.99. Where's Miss Ashley at? She usually be up in here. Hold on, y'all. It's gonna come up.
At 2019 hours, she sends to him, I will send some.
And now moving through to June 26th. There's a set highlighted there. Oh wait, sorry. First, those ones that you just read, were those deleted?
Okay, Lolita.
Yes.
Okay. Now moving to June 26th.
June 26, 2023 at 16:31 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, call me when you have time. At 16:33 hours, he replies back to her, I want some pussy. At 16:33 hours and 50 seconds, she replies back to him, you can have some. At 16:39 hours and 41 seconds, he replies to Naziah, when? At 16:49 hours and 28 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, whenever you come get me. At 21:16 hours, she sends to Jarvis, call me, want to tell you something, SUM. At 21:24 hours, she sends a
I'm not for sure if all the kids been removed from the home or not, simply because I wasn't really following this case because it was going crazy. I had stopped following it because it was just so much coming up. But I did hear at one point Shannon's kids got took from her, but I'm not for sure if they're back or not, or if they're in foster care or what. But it looked like they should be in foster care if Naziah, which is Shannon's child with Jarvis, came out and said that he was touching on her too. So I wouldn't see how they would have the kids. I'm not for sure if they still have the kids. I did hear the kids got took. I did hear that. Yes, he is sick. Damn right. You okay, Amelia? That's okay, boo. Yeah, but Peach is like this. I'm only picking back up on the story is because it's getting ready to be trial, but I had stopped following it because it was just so much going on, and I didn't want to get lost because it was to a point where, you know, it was like the Kanika Jenkins story, like you couldn't sleep, like every day it was something. Like I had to quit following it, but they did get taken. Oh, so Candy said the kids did get taken. Okay.
message to Jarvis that says, you can get some today. At 21:24 hours, she sends another message that says, you can get some pussy today.
And were any from that set deleted?
Yes, all of them.
All of them, okay. Now moving to June 27th. There's stuff that's highlighted. Can you read those, please?
Yes. June 27th at 7:55 UTC. There is a incoming call to Naziah from Jarvis that is listed as a missed call. And the name on here that she has this number saved is Bae for Life, BAE, the number 4, and then life. Then at 7:56, he sends her a text that says, are you naked yet? At 7:58, she replies to him and says, no, I don't want to get naked. At 7:59, she replies, are you mad that I didn't get naked? At 8:01 hours, he sends to her, I used to you telling me no. At 8:06, still on
That was me too,
27th,
Peaches.
he sends her a message that says, I'm sorry, she sends him a message that says, come on, babe, I'm sorry, just not in the mood right now, I'm sorry.
Okay, and were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay, now, jumping to just a little later in the day, on June 27th, there's a set highlighted.
So on June 27th, now at 16:24 hours, he sends her a message that says, but I can't nut inside you, so it's different.
Oh, that's sick. Oh my God.
At 16:25, she replies, why you can't? Didn't you do it before?
Oh,
At 16:25 and 40 seconds, he replies, but I had to buy a pill to do so. At 16:26, she replies to him, yeah, you right. At 16:26, 28 seconds, she sends, but what you doing, but it's abbreviated WYD. At 16:28 and 45 seconds, she sends to him, are you busy? With a question mark. And those were deleted.
Thank you. Now, jumping forward to June 28th.
On June 28th, so this next set in here, they're all sent from Naziah to Jarvis,
Yes.
and they start at 17:10 on June 28th, 2023. And it starts off as, "Bae, I didn't go see nobody. I swear I came straight back." At 17:11, "My friend lived right down the street. She didn't answer, so I came back and went to sleep." The next message, "Babe, please, I'm sorry." Immediately after that, she sends, "I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear." 17:12, 58 seconds, she sends, "I know you having a rough day, but I swear I'm not lying." At 17:14, she sends, "Babe, please, I swear I didn't go see no niggas." 17:14, she sends, "I don't talk to nobody but you." 17:15, she sends, "I was only out for 5 or 10 minutes. I came straight back." 17:15 and 56 seconds, "You didn't respond to none of my messages, so I thought you were asleep, so I went to sleep." 17:17, "Why won't you believe anything I tell you? I'm not like other girls. There is no need for me to lie to you." 17:18, "You said I'm all yours, but you acting like it. You are overthinking it. I just want to be yours." 17:19, "Please stop ignoring my calls. You don't want me to see nobody, and I'm not." 17:20, "Bae, I'm sorry I didn't tell you." 17:21, "I promise you there is no one else." 17:24, "If you don't believe me, I will send you my Instagram password."
Now, these next messages from 17:24 to 17:25, don't read what the username and passwords are, just
Yeah.
that they present.
So the next message is she's sending her Instagram username and a password along with her Gmail email and giving the password to that as well.
Okay, and now starting again with 17:26.
So on June 28th, still 17:26, the next message is still all being sent to Jarvis from Naziah are, "I hope you believe me now. You really don't want to believe me, but I will tell you the truth every time." Immediately after that, "I just want to make your day better, babe. I'm sorry. Feel free to log in at any time or go through my messages. Now at 17:42, she says, I only want to be with you. At 18:09, Bae, I'm sorry for not telling. I swear I will next time, please. Still 18:09, Bae, I love you. Please call me back. Now at 18:18, come on, babe, please.
Damn shame.
At 18:19, so what if I will be able to get out tonight and I'm calling you and texting you, are you still going to ignore me?
The court just reviewed.
At 18:21, she says, you are so busy.
Now we're moving forward to, sorry.
That's okay, go ahead.
We're moving forward to September 26th.
September 26th, starting at 14:31 hours, Naziah sends, Bae, you up? Some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. 14:32, he replies, yeah. 14:33, Naziah sends, my period haven't came at all. 14:36, she sends, hello, you there? With some question marks. 14:37, Jarvis replies to Naziah, what you mean? At 14:38, Naziah says, it have not came. 14:38, Jarvis replies to her, since when? Naziah then sends at 14:38, 42 seconds, since I was in the hospital. The next message is, that was last month. I'm scared. I don't know IDK what to do. I have to go to the doctor's TM or tomorrow. At 14:41, Jarvis replies to Naziah and says, you said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative. 14:41, she replies, it did. At 14:41, Jarvis then replies, so go get another one. At 14:42, Naziah tells him on a text, I can't, I have no money. After that, she says, you go get one. At 14:43, she says, you ain't scared to get a plan B, get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom. At 14:36, she says, PLS for please. She then replies, will you do it? With some question marks. At 14:51, she says, hello, with a bunch of question marks. Then at 14:56, Jarvis replies to her with, okay.
Okay, and now the messages from 9:26 at 14:31 and 41 seconds, all the way to 14:39 and 42 seconds, were those deleted?
Well, so they're deleted from the 14:31, 41 seconds, all the way down to 14:39 and 13 seconds. Those are not deleted.
Okay.
Then there's two that are deleted, which are the two messages that talked about, I'm scared, I don't know what I have to do. I have to go to the doctor's tomorrow. And then the other one that she deleted was when it says, you said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative.
Okay.
There's one that she did not delete that was, it did. Then the rest of them after that, where it talks about get another test, come upstairs and put it in the bathroom, those messages were deleted.
Okay. And moving to September 27th.
At 18:21, she says, you are so busy, I feel like you don't
He sure
want
was
me.
playing my
This is why I don't open up to
He
you.
sure was.
Because if I do, you get mad and don't want to talk. So how am I going to trust you? I do, but you don't trust me. It's up to if you want to be with me
This
or
is
not.
one of the sickest cases. This is one of the sickest cases I ever listened to, I ever had to listen to. Like, it was so sick to me, y'all. I've heard of molestation stories. However, this one here, and I'm not saying one is worse than the other because it's all bad, but this, y'all, the world had to hear what them text messages. And that shit was sickening that a 13-year-old, a 42-year-old was sending 13-year-old messages like that. And they was having sex in her grandmother's house with her aunt, who is his baby mother, downstairs in the basement. Like, and then they still let her go to his shop, clean up. Like, it's just so much stuff that was wrong within this case. Like, it was just nasty.
At 18:45, she says, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't get why you so upset. At 18:46, all I tried to do is make you happy, but clearly I'm not enough for you. Cut me off. I don't anymore. You FRL, for real. Never even fucked with me. All I want is you to love me. At 18:47, I tried so hard, but you don't understand that. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I gave passwords and all that, and all. What more do I have to prove I'm not cheating? Now this message is when Jarvis actually finally replies, which is at 18:55. He sends to her, I'm working, love.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now, moving on to June 29th.
June 29, 2023 at 21:44 hours. She sends to Jarvis, when you off work. At 21:49, she sends, pick me up before you pick up Naziah. At 22:02, she sends, hope to see you soon. At 22:47, she sends, I'm never getting out of this hellhole. At 22:48, he replies with the letter Y. 22:48, she sends, she will never let me out. It's so boring over here. 22:50, she sends, well, I will, she has the word she on here, UTM. And then the very next text after that, it says, I will see you tomorrow. Then at 22:50, he replies to her, or tonight.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now, continuing on June 29th.
June 29th, 22:52 hours. Naziah sends, are you still picking up Naziah? 22:53, he replies, when? 22:53, she sends to him, today. At 22:53, he replies back, no.
And you know what, Peaches? I do think that Shannon may be held responsible for some of this, because I think that Jarvis will start talking, and I think Shannon knows a lot more than what she thinks. I really do. And I'm hoping and praying that, because everybody, whether we want to say it or not, but everybody amongst this little girl and all of them, they all felt her, especially that family. It's crazy. You got two aunts, and you got a grandmother, and nobody protected you against this monster, or protected Naziah, or anybody else for that matter. And last I heard about her brother, about Naziah's brother, I heard that he was messing with men. So I don't know. It's just crazy. Yeah, that's y'all would have to go to Miss Parker's, or is it Miss Parker, or I think it's Miss Parker or Ratchet TV about a month ago. They talked about that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
22:53, 18 seconds, she sends the letter Y. 22:53, he sends back to her, it's just me and you. At 22:53, he sends another message that says, because I was never picking her up. At 22:53, she replies, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. 22:54, he sends back,
Yes.
you really didn't want her there, no way. At 22:54, she replies, I know I didn't want her there. 22:55, he replies to her with the letter Y. 22:55, she sends back, because she do too much and you mine. 22:57, Jarvis replies to Naziah saying, meaning. 22:58, he then sends, and Shan said that she said no. Then the next message from him is for today. At 23:06, Naziah sends to Jarvis, I know she said no for today. And then at 23:07, Naziah sends, the meaning is you're mine and mine only, the dick, and all you're mine and will stay mine.
Oh my God, this hurt to hear my.
At 23:14, she sends, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours. The date on here is now June 30th at 00:16 hours. Jarvis replies to her and says, all of you. Immediately after that, your mind, body, and soul. At 00:17 hours, he sends to Naziah, the pussy, ass, mouth, legs, arms, face, and then he
Saying this to a fucking 13-year-old. And you almost 50. This shit is sickening.
has the word everything in all caps.
Me too.
At 01:19 hours, she replies, oh, really? And then there's some type of emoji. Immediately after that, she says, want to see that tomorrow? And it's the same little symbols on there. At 02:47 hours, he sends back to her, meaning. It's now 06:03 hours. She sends to him, when we fuck. Then at 06:24 hours, he sends a message to her, what you doing, but it's just the letters WYD.
And were those messages all deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving later in the day to June 30th.
At 18:21.
So y'all get, this is just nasty with these messages. But let's see. Also, I heard it was Shannon's sister first, then Shannon. Then he molested all the kids. It's no way he should ever been let out at all. He even molested a 4-year-old. Y'all remember that? He gave her, did he get a 4-year-old chlamydia or something to that effect? I can't remember. Hey, Robin, welcome. The girl, them text messages, boy, let me stop. But I do want to look at one more thing with it, and it's Shannon. Let's see, because I don't remember listening to Shannon before, but
Good
I want
morning.
to hear
Can
what
you
she's saying.
state your name for the record?
Shannon Harris,
And Ms. Harris, how old are you?
31.
Syphilis, that's what it was.
And back
4-year-old
in January,
syphilis,
or in January 2024, where did you live?
With my mom, resides with my mother,
With your mother? Okay, who's your mom?
Annette Harris.
And without telling me the exact address, what street did you live on?
Bedford.
And do you have any children?
Yes,
How many kids do you have?
5.
And do all your kids have the same dad?
Yes,
Who's their dad?
Jarvis Butts.
And do you
So they
see,
all had the same dad?
Jarvis Butts in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And can you point to him and tell me the color of the clothing that he's wearing?
Green. Well, whatever. Green.
Green. Your Honor, would the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant in this case?
So reflected.
Thank you, Judge. And you said your mom's name is Annette. Do you have any sisters?
Yes, 2.
What are their names?
Kenyatta Harris and Marquita Harris.
Are they older, younger, something else?
Oh, there. Marquita is a twin. She's my twin, same age.
And Kenyatta's older?
Yes.
Do you have any nieces or nephews?
Yes.
Do you know someone named Naziah Harris?
Yes.
What's your relationship to her?
My relationship to her, she is my niece. I'm her aunt.
Okay. And whose daughter is she?
My older sister is Kenyatta Harris.
And did you have any nicknames for Naziah?
Yes. We all called her Tudda.
And is that Tudda?
Yes.
And did Naziah ever know Jarvis through you?
Yes.
And when did Naziah and Jarvis first meet?
When she was little, like age 2.
And can you kind of describe the relationship between Naziah and Jarvis?
Should be just the uncle and the niece relationship, no more than that.
How often would Jarvis be around, like at your house with you?
He will call or say, can he come see the kids? Or the kids will ask, can he see their dad? And he will come, pull up either to my house where I used to live or at my mother's house.
Would Naziah ever be around?
All the kids will be around.
To your knowledge, would Naziah ever text Jarvis?
From my knowledge, no, unless I will have her to text.
But to your knowledge, you didn't know of any kind of separate outside relationship?
No.
Would there ever be times where, where did you know Jarvis Butts to work?
Pardon?
Where did you know Jarvis Butts to work?
Where did I know him to work at?
Yes.
He worked at 2 different locations. The first location would be on East Warren, and the other location would be on Gratiot and Connor.
And what were those locations?
Those are the auto repair shop.
Would you ever know Naziah to help Jarvis Butts at his shop?
Yes, he will call me and say, hey, if I can get our daughter and Naziah to come and work up at the shop. And I would say, let me ask my mom first regarding Naziah.
And which daughter of yours would that be?
That would be my oldest, Janiyah.
Would you ever know Naziah?
The one she let him touch.
Alone?
Thank you. Protect your peace.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. Could you please state your name for the record?
Shannon Harris,
Yup, Candy, you got a
And Ms.
point.
Harris, how old are you?
31.
And whose birthday is on or around September 26th?
That's my oldest, my
okay.
4th oldest birthday.
Thank you,
You
PYP.
don't call a birthday
Let
party
me
on
coming through.
September 26th.
Y'all let
2022.
Protect the Peace show
Yes.
you out.
Okay. And was Jarvis there?
No.
Okay. And that would have been his son's birthday party?
Yes.
Were there ever times that you would text Jarvis off of a text now number?
The only time I would text Jarvis off a text now number is if my phone is off. Other than that, no.
And do you recall the numbers that you would text Jarvis from?
Yes.
Okay. And does a 586-510-5161 sound familiar?
Yes.
And what number is that?
That used to be my old number.
And is that number that you would text Jarvis from?
Yes,
And what about a 586-842-4504
She sound like she
that was the number before this number.
before the 510 number?
Correct,
Okay, and is that a number you would also text Jarvis from?
correct.
And what number did you have for Jarvis Bots?
The 313-585-8719.
And did you have any numbers for Naziah?
It was a funny looking area code. The area code was a 231.
Okay. I want to show you some messages from People's Exhibit 16 and ask you some questions about them, okay?
Okay.
Brandon, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm going to direct you to messages on or about June 27th of 2023. Do you recall those messages? Did you send any of those messages to Jarvis Bots?
No,
Okay. And do you know, I believe there's a phone number here that's highlighted. Whose phone number do you know that to be?
Jarvis Butts.
Okay. And you don't recall ever sending any of those messages?
No.
Okay. And now I want to direct you to messages from June 28th of 2023. How about any of these? Did you send any of these to Jarvis Bots?
No.
And so on January 9th, like you had indicated before, you had stated that you told him that there was still no tuna.
Correct.
Okay. And you said he responded, "Oh, wow."
Correct.
Okay. And
Thank you, Penny J. Thank you.
on January 11th, was Naziah still missing?
Yes.
Okay. And did you ask Mr. Butts to do something?
At this point, I just asked that if she's going to read from the text message, just the exhibit.
I can.
Issue with moving to admit?
No, Judge.
Okay.
These fairly and accurately represent text messages between you and your phone to Jarvis and his phone between, well, they start back earlier. Some from December 3rd, 2023 through January 21st of 2024. These fairly and accurately represent text messages between
Yes.
you and your phone to Mr. Butts and his phone.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of People's Proposed Exhibit 48. Objection.
Thanks, y'all.
So on January 11th, did you ask Mr. Butts to do something?
Yes.
And what is it that you asked him to do?
I
Thank
asked him,
you.
can he share the missing flyer on his Facebook page?
Okay. And did you send him a copy of that missing flyer?
Yes.
Okay. And to backtrack just a little bit, on December 3rd, 2023, do you recall sending messages asking Mr. Butts if he needed Naziah for anything?
Yes, I do remember.
Okay. So do you remember this text on the first page of People's Exhibit 48?
Yes, I do remember this message.
Okay. And did you send that message?
Yes.
Okay. And what did the message say?
Tada said, do you still need her too?
Okay. And do you know what is that referring to?
It was, Tada had asked me to contact Jarvis and see if he still needed them to clean up.
Okay. And that would be to clean up his shop?
Yes.
Okay. And to fast forward, on January 21st of 2024, you sent some messages to Mr. Butts. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. And can you read these last 3 messages?
These last 3 messages is to be honest, these messages I seen into the inbox to you. I really don't know what to believe anymore. Stay away, Ramon. I mean it. The next message is I don't know what to say, or to his own. Says this shit doesn't sit right with me. Call it what you want. I'm good, period. It says this for life. Nigga, I thought about it. And you can pass it.
And
And don't call me. No need to explain shit. I already see it.
okay. So you were referencing some messages that you saw in Tada's inbox.
Correct.
And so on January 9th, like you had indicated before, you had stated that you told him that there was still no Tada.
Correct.
Okay. And you said here's
I'm
gonna object to this as hearsay. They have not been admitted, and the messages themselves would be the evidence.
were they of any were the messages of a sexual nature?
No.
Okay. And you said you saw 2 messages.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see anything else?
It was two sent pictures, but you can't really make anything out. It wasn't nothing there, but you know, it was a picture was sent.
Okay. What did seeing those messages, what did they cause you to do?
Well, when I see no messages, I called him
Who's that?
and Jarvis Butts.
Okay.
Called him while he was at work, asked him, what is these messages I seen between you and my niece? And he said, what messages? Said it's 2 particular messages that states out and it's a picture. And he stated that, I don't know, these messages, I told him what the messages were. And he said it was probably our children was messaging him. And I stated no, because I know how our children will text.
And reading those
Listen
messages,
to
is that what
her
caused you to text?
This lady has lied. That's why I
Mr.
wanted to
Butts,
go
yes.
over this, because we
In
can
that
point out
you
her
see the
lies now.
messages in the inbox, and you don't really know what to believe anymore?
Correct.
One second. So, Sharon, I want to take you back to January 9th. Were you home that day?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see Naziah that day?
My senior did that morning, correct.
Okay. And do you remember what she was wearing at all?
Her coat and her uniform at the time, she had on some blue jeans. I don't really recall the outfit. I just know the coat she had on.
What was the coat that she had on?
She had on, it was a 90s coat with all the characters on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna object to this as hearsay. They have not been admitted, and the messages themselves would be the evidence.
Were they of any were the messages of a sexual nature?
No.
Okay. And you said you saw 2 messages.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see anything else?
It was two sent pictures, but you can't really make anything out. It wasn't nothing there, but you know, it was a picture was sent.
Okay. What did seeing those messages, what did they cause you to do?
Well, when I see no messages, I called him
Who's that?
and Jarvis Butts.
Okay.
Called him while he was at work, asked him, what is these messages I seen between you and my niece? And he said, what messages? Said it's 2 particular messages that states out and it's a picture. And he stated that, I don't know, these messages, I told him what the messages were. and he said it was probably our children was messaging.
First of all, I had to go back to this. A real auntie would have had called the police when she seen those messages. First and foremost, she would have called the police. Period. If I'd have seen messages between my niece, 13-year-old niece, and my 41-year-old or 42-year-old baby daddy at the time, baby, I would have called the fucking police. Period.
Her coat and her uniform at the time. She had on some blue jeans. I don't really recall the outfit. I just know the coat she had on.
What was the coat that she had on?
She had on, it was a 90s coat with all the characters on it.
Okay. And you recall seeing her wearing that the morning of January 9th?
Correct.
And Your Honor, may I approach people's already admitted exhibit 2?
Yes.
When I reached out to my sister, she said no. Her friend said no. So after that, I asked my mom, did she want me to call police? She said no, she will take it up in the morning.
Just one second.
Hey, Neo. Actually, the sick bastard did not take the plea deal. And the plea deal was 40 to 80 years. He did not take the plea deal, but he said, but his defense team, they did say that they're on, they still negotiating. So I hope that they negotiate where Naziah's body is first and foremost. But he supposed to get like 15 years per child that he touched or whatever, plus second-degree murder for Naziah, but not even her unborn child. So he would never see the light of day, the light of day. But yeah, basically, like Lolita said, it's all on the table, and he is a sick bitch listening to this stuff. Like, I listened to some of this stuff when I was blogging on it, but this shit's so nasty, y'all. And to know that all these adults were there and nobody helped these kids is fucking sick.
Shannon, did you know?
Cree, I definitely believe he gonna start telling. So that's why I'm interested, because I do believe he gonna start telling on Shannon and probably her twin and whoever else.
Desire to have a pair of red and black Nike shoes.
Yes.
Okay. And if I showed you a picture of them, would you be able to identify them?
Yes.
Okay.
I just hope all the truth comes out
Your Honor, may I
and
approach?
they recover.
And for the record, this
Me
is going
too,
to be
Candy.
from Post Exhibit
He is very
14.
disgusting, and they should all be in jail. Yup.
Do you recognize these shoes?
Yes, that's a pair of shoes that my mom bought for to the birthday.
Okay, thank you. Now, back on the 9th, you said your mom was going to file a police report in the morning.
Correct.
Okay, did you go with her to file a police report in the morning?
No, it was my older sister.
Okay. Did you do anything on the 10th as it relates to trying to find Naziah?
Yes. We went out, I and some others went out to go get some pictures, made copies. We went to other stores, passed out flyers, and everything that we need to do. Now, what was asked of us to do.
Okay. And since January 9th, 2024, have you seen Naziah?
No.
Have you, since January 9th, 2024, have you heard from Naziah?
No.
Nothing further at this time, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Harris, I also have some questions for you. You and Mr. Butts have been, or you've known him for about 12 years?
Correct.
And fair to say that you were in a dating relationship with him for most of that time?
Correct.
But towards the end, like last year, it was more off and on, fair to say?
No, it was on and off for years.
For years, okay. But you have 5 children with him?
Correct.
And this relationship that you had with him, even towards the end when it was on, it was a sexual relationship, right?
Correct.
Sometimes you go to a motel to have sex with him,
Correct. Yes.
and that motel was the Park Crest Inn?
Or the SharePoint.
There was more than one,
Multiples, yes.
but one of them was the Park Crest. Said yes,
Correct.
and it said in Harper Woods
Correct.
on Harper.
Correct.
Do you know if Mr. Butts, or do you suspect that Mr. Butts has taken other women to those motels also?
Correct.
You do? I believe you said that you have, of your 5 children with him, 2 are girls
Yes.
and 3 are boys.
Correct.
And in January of this time, well, January 2023, you were living with your mother on Bedford, correct?
Correct.
Prior to that, were you living in Clinton Township?
Correct.
When did you leave the Clinton Township home and move to the Bedford home?
October 23. When I reached out to my sister, she said no. Her friend said no.
I agree.
So after that, I asked my
Hey,
mom
Terry
if she
Chandler.
wanted me to call
Don't
police. She
forget
said
you a
no, she
long
will
time.
take it up.
I think I remember you.
Mr. Buttsby said would come to the house to see his kids.
Correct.
He would drop them off at the house sometimes. He would take them places.
Yes.
He would pick Janiyah up from there.
Like he depending on like if he will pick up the kids, if I need him to pick up the kids from the pickup or drop off spot for school, he will do that. Yeah.
And then take them either to Clinton Township when you lived there or to the Bedford Street address.
Correct.
Okay. But most times he wouldn't even come to the house, right?
He will come to the house. He will call me first before he will come.
Would he come into the house physically or would he sit in his truck outside?
50%. He will sit in the car and wait till the kids
And
come
buried,
outside,
like,
or he will knock on the
Anita
door.
said buried on a prison
Would he be in the house
graveyard.
for any length of time?
Only if I'm inside the house.
Like he was visiting with you?
Yes.
So you never knew a time that Mr. Butts would have been alone in the house with Naziah?
No.
You can't think of a time.
Another
when
lie,
he
y'all.
had
She's
been in
telling
the house
another
and went down
damn
to the
lie.
basement with her,
No.
or any other room in the house alone?
No.
Would Mr. Butts have ever been at that house if another adult, like you or your mother, weren't there?
He will. What you said.
Would Mr. Butts ever be at the house if you or your mother weren't there?
No. It will be me or another person.
The idea that anything was going on between Mr. Butts and Naziah is shocking to you, right?
Correct.
You had no idea.
No.
You never noticed anything between
That's
Naziah and
fucking
Mr.
lying.
Butts that made you concerned?
No.
You never saw
Thank
any
you,
inappropriate
Penny
behavior?
Gray.
Not at all.
You didn't notice Mr. Butts paying any.
Now that a year has passed, right? And when this first came out, because it's been a year now, you could see where she's telling the lies at. You can point out the lies, y'all. This lady is lying. Thank you, Penny J.
special attention to her?
No.
Certainly, if you had noticed that, that would have caused you concern.
Yeah, it would have raised a whole bunch of red flags.
Likely, you wouldn't have invited him into the house, correct?
Correct.
You found it hard to believe even that Mr. Butts would hurt Naziah.
But I won't know. I don't know what he will do if a person's back is up against the wall.
But the thought of that was hard for you, at least at one point, to believe, correct?
Correct.
Now, during the time that you and Mr. Butts were together, he had children with other women,
Correct.
pretty consistently with other women,
Correct.
more than one woman.
Correct.
Mr. Buttsby said would come to the house to see his kids. Around the same time, around the time December, January, was her mother supposed to come visit, her biological mother?
Yes.
Did she end up coming to see Naziah?
Yes.
She did. Did Naziah seem to have some big emotions about that contact?
Yes.
It was complicated, fair to say?
Yes.
Did she talk to you about that?
All the time.
Did you notice anything? You said you didn't notice anything in a changing mood. So
No.
what about physically?
No.
Yes, thank y'all for helping me reach my goal.
I don't have anything else. Thank you.
She sure did.
Did you go to the Park Crest Inn on January 9th, 2024? Mr.
No.
Butts?
No.
And fair to say, you knew of Mr. Butts having other female friends,
Yes.
okay? And even some that you didn't know about,
Correct.
okay? So would it be fair to say that you didn't always know what Mr. Butts was doing?
No.
You couldn't account for his whereabouts every minute of the day?
No.
Did you know him to, one of those cars that he would use, did you know him to have a white Escalade type truck?
Correct. Yes.
And you were asking questions about Outer Drive and Balfour. Fair to say, from what I gathered, the only connection you have to that area is Jarvis Butts.
Correct.
Okay, so he's the only one you would associate with that area.
Correct.
And you knew Mr. Butts to have other children,
Correct.
okay, and you knew him to have clearly have gotten other women pregnant.
Correct.
And to your knowledge, were all those women adults?
To my knowledge, yes.
Did he, to you, ever hide getting another woman pregnant?
No.
Nothing for the real.
Okay, you are done testifying. Please watch your step.
So we already done point out so many lies that Shannon done told just looking at her stuff. She just looking at her And what she said this go round, this second go round, me and Candy done pointed out, oh, she lied, she lying. So who thinks that, let me do my poll before I get off. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so look at that poll. That I'm not for sure. I don't know, but I don't think they charging him for her unborn child. But I'm not for sure what her due date was. Yep, I think so too, Candy. I think so too. Let's see. I did a poll. Let's see. They saying 100% so far saying yes. Y'all think it. Yeah, we can look at, I could go live tomorrow and we could go through all of the testimonies, the grandmothers, we could look at what the cousin and the aunt said. We could just go back through the case. So far we went through we went through the text messages and Shannon. We could do somebody else's tomorrow if y'all would like. Chrislyn, say hey. Hey. You say hey. Say hey live. Hey. You on live, girl. Yeah. Now, what was you talking about? Okay, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, to hit Jarvis interview. Hold on, let me see something. Christmas, who say hey? Somebody said hey. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, Aiden. Take over to that. See Ashley.
Ashley at home.
Oh. Cool. Yeah. I was born and raised in Detroit. Jarvis is cooked. I sure hope so. Subscribe to my channel while you in here. This is Naziah Harris month. I'm finna be blogging on her a lot this month because we want to keep her name alive. We want to make sure she get all the justice that she deserves. Also, those other kids that was affected by him and his sick behavior. I don't know if a lot of y'all know. I don't know if a lot of y'all know that Jarvis, and this is not an excuse for him by far, but Jarvis was molested by his mom's friend when he was younger, when he was a minor. So this, I don't know, you have to get help when you've been molested. You got to get help, and it just, I guess he thought it was right. I don't know, but it's sick. What you talking about, Lolita? How? Because I said no. I've been subscribed. I'm just at work laughing out loud, but I do come in and like the live, and thank you. Oh, okay. You subscribed that when I was talking about Naziah in the early months of 2025. Okay, thank you. What you talking about, Lolita? Y'all remember when Jarvis' sister testified against him? I think Jarvis' sister was one of the last ones that seen Naziah Harris, right? Y'all remember that? There's so many people that y'all remember this, Aunt? The poll 100%. I said no, I would not tell. He would not tell. Oh, okay. Let's see.
When he was with Shannon and not the others that he
Y'all remember
prior to that, Naziah was with Shannon all the time.
And then the cousin Kiwana, all of them.
And Jarvis was where
Kiwana was on Miss Parker live. Like, this stuff has gotten deep. I just had fell out of because it was just too much. I would never get so involved in another case like I was with the LaTruth saga, so I got out of it.
Shannon was when he was with Shannon and not the others that he was with.
Does anybody know how he was able to stay in the house with minors, being that he had been a sex offender, even imprisoned?
We were told that he was no longer on parole and that he could be around children. But I thought the law was that you can't even live in the vicinity of school. So how is it that you can live in a house with children that are not yours, which it really didn't matter if they was his or not. He violated them. So, but that's what we were told. Most recently, when all this stuff happened, they said that's why.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead, Kiwana.
We were told that most recently, and also I was told that upon me calling Protective Services while Shannon was living in Clinton Township, my question to them was just that: why and how is he allowed to be around the children? Because we kept constantly being told that they're not finding any signs of abuse. And so that was one of my questions. Well, there's a pedophile in and out the home, basically living there, on a regular basis. Isn't that enough? And that's what they told me, that it wasn't.
I want to get off into that too, in terms of the CPS cases. I want to cover that. But now I think I remember correctly, and you all correct me if I'm wrong, that there was something, or at some point Jarvis was not on the registry, sex offender registry. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, when I initially found out that Jarvis was a sex offender, it's almost 12 years ago.
Wow.
And I asked Shannon about it. She didn't tell me. I stumbled over it because of a situation where he had got arrested and had her daughter in his custody at that time. He had the child, and we had to go get the baby because he got arrested. So I was looking him up to see what he got arrested for. And then it popped up his Otis information saying that he was a sex offender and had sexually assaulted a child under the age of 13. And I looked at Shannon and I was like, Shannon, he's a sex offender. Yeah, he said the girl lied. I'm like, it says the girl was 13, and then I did the math on his age. I said he was 24. So it ain't no lie there. Yeah, but he did his time. And I'm like, nah, nope. I was like, you need to leave him alone. Over the course of the years, I would tell her, you need to leave him alone. He was not good to her. He did not treat her well. He did not teach the children well at all. He fathered them. He created them, but he was not a father figure that I would have tried to hang on to for the kids. But anyways, I looked on the sex offender registry and saw that he was not on there. So I called, and that's when they went after him. And eventually, maybe about 6 months later, he had to report. They register him, and he ended up on the sex offender registry.
So he was supposed to be on the registry the whole time.
The whole time. And this was like 12 years ago. But get this, his last report is 2019. He hasn't reported for the sex offender registry since 2019. So he probably wasn't reporting it very often in between those times either.
Yeah.
So you said he fathered some children. So you're saying that in the time frame that he was with your stepsister,
No, he was with my niece Shannon.
Your niece Shannon, that he actually fathered some children in the home or outside the home?
He has 5 children with Shannon.
Oh,
It was
okay.
almost 6.
Oh, okay. And okay.
Yeah.
There's a question though, that popped up as well in the comment section about him having 13 children.
He
Now,
has more than
I've
13.
listened to other podcasts covering the story, and I heard the number 20.
20.
He has more than 20 children.
He has more than 20
They
children.
made
He has adult children that are almost the age of Shannon.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
What is she in her
No,
early
that's,
30s, right?
Shannon's 31, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think it's all.
No, that's Janelle. That's Janelle and Kiwana. So Janelle is Annette, which is Shannon's grandmother or mother, sister, and Kiwana is the cousin.
His daughter is around the age of 26, 27. He's my age. He's 42.
Yeah. Because even the judge said it in her ruling, that he had 13 children. And I think it came from that interrogation he did with the detectives. And I guess maybe he only claims 13 of them.
That's his lucky number. He says that all the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought I remembered hearing the number 20.
Oh, yeah, that's the judge. Yeah, Jarvis Butt, standing trial, Naziah Harris murder case. Judge Aaliyah Savory rules. You are a monster in this whole picture. Yup. Sure did say he was a monster. She sure did say everybody around Naziah Harris, including the family, including the CPS, including the school, including the law enforcement. Everybody around Naziah failed her. And they did. And they failed all them kids. He should never been out with what he was doing. I don't care what they say. Never. Should have been out. All right, y'all. I'm finna get off, but I am gonna talk about that other story about that man who did the getaway with his girlfriend and he ended up unalive because some new evidence came out, and so I want to just talk about it because it's a crazy story. But yes, we will be back tomorrow more about Naziah Harris and breaking down that those interviews. Well, the pulmonary here, we'll take a look back at it and get ready for the pre-trial and get ready for the trial. So the pre-trial is January 23rd. The real trial is February 23rd. And we getting ready for that. And this month belongs to Naziah Harris. She went missing 2 years ago, January 2024, January 9th, 2024. So I have dedicated this month for Naziah Harris with right along, still keep blogging on Holly as well and follow that case as well. So I'm gonna dedicate those two most definitely. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got for right now. I'm finna go ahead and get off. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.